In 390 before Christ, Rome was still a young and rising power, ambitious but untested. Its people believed their city was protected by the gods and destined for greatness. But destiny, it seemed, had other plans. Far to the north, beyond the Apennine Mountains, lived fierce tribes known as the Gauls. Among them rose a powerful leader, Brennus, chieftain of the Senones. Restless and bold, his warriors swept south into the lands of central Italy, their weapons gleaming and their hunger for conquest unrestrained. At the River Allia, just north of Rome, the Roman army met them in battle. It was a disaster. Poorly led and unprepared, the Roman legions broke under the Gallic assault. Panic spread, soldiers fled. Rome, for the first time in its history, was left defenseless. The Gauls entered the city unopposed. They plundered homes, temples, and treasures. Flames devoured the streets as the people of Rome either fled or hid behind the walls of the Capitoline Hill, the last refuge of the living city. For months, the Gauls besieged the hill. At night, the defenders watched the fires burn below, their proud city reduced to ash. Legend says that when the Gauls attempted to climb the cliffs in secret, the sacred geese of Juno cried out, alerting the Romans to the danger and saving the citadel. At last, Brennus offered peace, but at a price. The Romans were forced to pay a massive ransom in gold. When they complained that the Gallic weights were unfair, Brennus is said to have thrown his sword onto the scales, declaring, "Vae victis," woe to the vanquished. Rome had been humbled, its walls burned, its pride shattered. But from humiliation came resolve. In the years that followed, the Romans rebuilt their city, stronger than before. New stone walls rose around the seven hills, the famous Servian walls, symbols of endurance and rebirth. The sack of Rome would haunt the Roman memory for centuries. It taught them that weakness invites ruin, and that only strength and unity could protect their destiny. From the ashes of 390 BC, Rome learned a lesson it would never forget. A lesson that would one day make it unstoppable. Thank you for watching The Sack of Rome, When the Gauls Burned the Eternal City. Subscribe for more short documentaries exploring the rise, fall, and rebirth of ancient civilizations.